All right, in this video, we're going to go over to our local salvage yard and see if we can find some parts for the old Bronco 2 here. Let's go check it out.
This is Thunderfucker Rush!
All right, so we're at one of my favorite local junkyards here. It's called Culp's Auto Salvage right here in Athens, Michigan. They have a pretty wide variety of like older vehicles, which is super great. Not too old, just like 80s, 90s in that range. And so we are working on a Bronco 2 at home. They've got a few of these here in the junkyard, so it's been great to be able to pull parts from and kind of check parts like that. So a lot of these, the early Bronco 2s came with a 2.8, which was still carburetor driven, until it went to the 2.9, which was direct injection. So this one is a lot rougher shape than ours, but we are going to go ahead and rob the struts off this back hatch here because ours are no bueno, and these seem to be working pretty good. So we're going to take our handy dandy little screwdriver here, pop those off, and then we can put those on ours. Alright, so we just pop these clips off of here, just like so. There's one side, and we can do this one here. Yeah, there's one. And just like that, now we've got some replacement struts to put on ours. All right, so one of the things that we're missing on our Bronco 2 are like the radiator bolts. It doesn't even seem to be the right radiator for the Bronco, and we're missing a couple of the hoses. This happens to have the whole entire radiator and the lower hose, which would be great to have. So we're gonna go ahead and pull these off and be able to carry those up front. Maybe. All right, and just like that, we have a radiator and a lower hose. When I was in school, one of the cool cars was a Ford Probe. They came out around 88 to 89. I think they were produced to like 97, and they had a few different engine options. Obviously, the later one with the turbo was the one to, and so this one had the 2.5 liter V6. The car itself is in decent shape for being in the junkyard. So but they were quick little cars, but they did have head gasket problems, but they were pretty desirable as a kid in high school. So as you know, I built the AMC Eagle, the SX4. And what's funny is I didn't know that in this junkyard we had one for parts just sitting here just about 10 minutes away from home. I'm not going to crawl in there because there's a bunch of weeds and critters in there that I don't want to get involved with. But these typically came with a 4.2 liter, about 50-50 chance of a manual or an automatic. But there's a lot of good parts in here. I'm probably going to pull on the fenders and the hood off of this one eventually. This one also has a sunroof, which would be super dope to have in the AMC, but maybe that's something I can do later down the road. But yeah, Besides this one, there's a Concorde here. These actually were notoriously two-wheel drive cars, but they did make them in four-wheel drive options. So these were super unique. I'm not a fan of the body style at all, but it's it's still a pretty cool car for that generation. So these always catch everybody's eye because it's a mid-engine car, but the Pontiac Fiero was pristine in the early 80s. I personally owned a 1985 MR2, which is a little bit more sportier version to me compared to the Fiero. Totally known for catching on fire, but these are always super cool to see, and I would love to have another MR2 to be able to like daily drive. It'd be pretty awesome.